All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chuck Williams, and we have a two-part presentation tonight. The first part will be our regular Monday night presentation where we kind of take you through some of the testimonials and some of the products, some of our core products, and then we'll take you through a very simple overview of the compensation plan, which is absolutely phenomenal. This first slide I want to show you is a picture of Kathy Coover, one of the founders of the company. She's kind of the mom to the organization, the team, and she's all about integrity. And her goal and her vision is to create a company that does it right and creates the most 6- and 7-figure income earners in the history of our industry. It's a big goal, but if you were in Phoenix this past week, you saw all the 6- and 7-figure income earners on stage. There's a whole lot and a whole lot more to come, and it's a great opportunity. Now, if you're here and you're only interested in getting your products paid for, that is absolutely perfect. And if you're here just as solely as a customer, that's okay too. You're going to learn some valuable information. In fact, you are in the majority. About 87% of people are just customers with Isagenix. With that being said, there's a couple websites referred to in this disclaimer. You'll see there towards the top end of the first paragraph, isagenixearnings.com. Anything we talk about income earnings, there is the disclaimer, and the facts are laid out for you at the isagenixearnings.com. As far as the product goes, we're not going to claim to heal, treat, cure any kind of diseases or anything like that. We will tell you that you put the right stuff in your body, and your body's a miracle. For more information about the product, my favorite website is isagenixhealth.net, isagenixhealth.net. All right, with those disclaimers out of the way, this is yours truly. My name is Chuck Williams. I have both a product and a business story. My product story, you're looking at it. I went from a big belly pawpaw, grandpa. My grandkids call me pawpaw, and I was having trouble chasing them around and doing things with them, and then found Isagenix, was able to shed, release 23 pounds in a relatively short period of time. And in fact, our research says that the average is 24 pounds in 12 weeks. I did it in considerably less than that, but that's the average, 24 pounds in 12 weeks. And that's the average. That includes people that start and do it for a day or two and quit. So that's a really good average. The picture on the far right just shows the difference that happened in my life when I saw this guy here on stage. This man, I've never met him in person yet. I will. But Randy Peters was on stage at a NYKO Ice the Body Challenge, and I saw his before picture and his after picture, and I said, if he can do it, I can do it. And so my wife Diane and I, we came home from that function. We joined Gold's Gym, and we started working out. And if you go back to that slide before, I went from the guy in the middle to the guy on the right in about 2 months. I literally had young people at the gym coming up to me and asking me if I was on steroids, because I literally took the 4 inches I lost to my waist, put 2 on my right bicep and 2 on my left bicep, but it wasn't fat, it was muscle, and I did it with the help of the Isagenix products and system. This is a friend of mine, Eric Pren. He's over in the United Kingdom. He's on our team over there, and not only did it help him to look so much better, to feel so much better, but you can see he looks about 10 years younger after having shed some weight and got the Isagenix products into his body. Eric in the UK is very excited about our program. This is Pam Benjamin from up in Chicago area. Love her story, 67 years old. I share it with permission. And she told me that in her mid-60s, she just resigned to the fact that she was just going to be fluffy the rest of her life. But thanks to Isagenix, she was able to not be fluffy, get out of those big clothes and get down to where she was back in high school and college. So Pam, congratulations. One of my favorite stories is my best buddy, Pete Hamby. He lives down in Oklahoma. He builds power plants by day and Isagenix by night. And he's the guy on the left in that photo of 2 men there. And that's not me, by the way, but that's Pete on the left side of that photo. And then just last week, he was not able to be in NYKO in Phoenix with us because he was celebrating in Hawaii with his wife. And that's the picture of him on the right there. So what a transformation. It's fun helping your friends get healthy. A new friend of mine is Raphael Turner. And Raphael, I'm going to turn over to you for a few minutes. Just take your time and share your story about Isagenix and why Isagenix for you. I know it's going to relate to a lot of people. So go ahead, Raphael.
Cool. I'll try not to take too much time. To kind of understand my story, you got to understand my background. I played baseball in college. I played baseball on a professional level. I've used a lot of products, a lot of supplements. If any athlete tells you that they're not looking for the edge, they're lying to you. And we all are. And I've seen guys take stuff that's pretty questionable too. In that regard, I tried almost everything under the sun, everything that I could take from a legal standpoint. I came across Isagenix at a time where I was looking to put on some mass. It's always been my story. I've always had trouble putting on muscle mass. Lady that shared with me, the Isagenix Opportunity, she was telling me all these stories about people that were losing weight, and I indicated to her I was more so interested in putting on muscle mass. That's more of a solution that I would be in tune with. And around the time that I started, I ended up rupturing my Achilles. When I ruptured my Achilles, I went from 190 pounds to 175 pounds, the picture that you see all the way to the left. So I lose weight like that. In 2 weeks, I lost about 15 pounds of fat. You ask anybody else, they love that. Me, I do. That's not a good thing for me. And honestly, I just really wanted to see my clothes fit a little bit better, and just fill my shirts out more, my pants out more, and just really feel a little bit better about my body. And I knew for a fact that if this stuff could actually help me put on mass, I knew a crap ton of guys that needed this like yesterday. So lo and behold, 90 days in using the Isagenix system, I went from 175 pounds to almost 195 pounds, shed about 5% body fat. I was sleeping better. My energy levels were better. Everything, no question, was better. But the real difference maker for me was, I've been 195 before. It was how I got to it with such ease. So before, I was probably working out 5-6 times a week. I was eating about 6, almost 7 times a day at times. When I was introduced to Isagenix, cut my meals in half. I was only eating about 3 times a day, and then incorporating the system itself, which are the shakes, just made it so much more seamless. I was no longer working out 5 times a week, 5-6 times a week. I was only working out 3 days a week, 45 minutes to an hour. I've never seen such better results, such exponentially better results with minimal effort. And that absolutely blew my mind. And that's what made me believe in this nutrition and what cellular cleansing can truly do to somebody's body.
Thanks. And Raphael, as a former professional, I think you're still an athlete. I know it's really important to you that these products are backed by science and the informed sports. Can you tell us a little about this slide here and that informed sports and why that's important to athletes?
So yeah, solutions that are backed by science. I'm working with a lot of professional athletes. They want to know not only what they're putting in their body, is it going to work, but how it's going to work, and is it going to be safe when it does work, right? So for me to be able to take this to an athlete and tell them, look, solutions backed by scientists, by science, Isagenix employs more than 50 full-time scientists, technical staff with more than 20 years of experience. That holds a lot of weight, right? That informed sports certification, most athletes know about the NSF certification. The NSF, if you haven't heard of that before, you will if you're talking to an athlete. It stands for the National Sanitation Foundation. And that's the question I love asking athletes. I ask them straight up, what does NSF stand for? I've never, to this day, had an athlete tell me exactly what NSF stands for. None of them know. And usually the guess is it's National Sports Foundation. They think it's something in regard to sports. So if you don't know what NSF is, chances are you couldn't recognize it if you saw it. But if you start paying attention, even ladies, going to an airport or going into a public restroom or being more aware of where you are within restaurants. Look at the dispensaries, the paper towel dispensers. If you pay attention to the hair dryers, you'll see a circle that has NSF inside of it. It stands for National Sanitation Foundation. The National Sanitation Foundation started as an appliance approval protocol. That's literally what it is. That's what that certification is. They have a branch that specifically deals with nutrition and making sure that certain supplemental products, nutritional supplements, are they're clean for sport, right? But the thing is, and when I talk to these athletes about it, when you look at the details of how the program works, it's not really as rigorous as they think. The Informed Sports certification is head and shoulders above anything out there. They abide by the same guidelines as the World Anti-Doping Agency. So for me to take something that has a certification on it that not even Olympic athletes, there is no more tighter testing policy than Olympic sports. If Olympic athletes are being held to this standard, you can be sure that it's going to be safe across all sports. And the NSF certification, you can't say the same thing about. So that's really the biggest difference.
Thanks, Raphael. Now let's you and I go through some of these core products. We'll start with the IsaLean Shake. This is the company's #1 selling product, and it's been around since the beginning. It has evolved a little bit over time, but it's just phenomenal quality product. Now, Raphael, you know that you go to Sam's or Costco or Walmart, one of these places to buy a tub the size of your trunk full of protein. What's the difference between that type of protein and the full meal replacement shake we have with Isagenix.
High quality. You get much better quality from an absorbability standpoint. It's not even close. So for me, it's asking the simple question to my athletes, because a lot of times they'll ask me, I have this big tub right here. I got 44 grams of protein per serving. In Isagenix, I'm only getting 24 grams of protein per serving. Well, the question is simple. Would you rather absorb 90% of 24 grams of protein, or would you rather absorb 7% of 44 grams of protein? It's just an issue of quality. Do you want your body to actually be able to utilize more of the nutrition? And it's just so much better with Isagenix because the sourcing is so pure.
I just shared with a new client today, and I showed him a platter of food that he would have to eat to get the same nutrition that's in one of our shakes. It just has so much vitamins and minerals that you really, even if you try to eat healthy, you cannot possibly eat this much good food to have what's in one of our shakes. On top of that, one of our next core products is the Cleanse. And as I was sharing to the new customer today, the Cleanse was really the first product of Isagenix. John Anderson, the founder of Isagenix, basically discovered this product out of need, a necessity for his own life. He had been bit by a brown recluse spider. It was causing him big damage in his ankle, foot area. The hospital, the doctor was about to amputate his leg to save his life. And he said, time out. I am a developer of nutritional products. I want to take care of this through nutrition. And so he and some of his scientific friends got together. They started pouring all kinds of nutritional formulas together and tested them on John's own body. And sure enough, they were able to get those toxins to flush out his body, save all but a little piece of his foot. And he went on to not want to give that product to the 600 companies that he'd worked with in the past, where he'd sold his formulas, made a lot of money. He was not doing this for the money. He was doing it for world health. And so he went and found the Cougars, and they create Isagenix with this as their foundational product. It's an amazing cleanse. It's not like some people call a poopy or colonoscopy type cleanse. It's not that at all. It is a cellular level cleanse. It gets those toxins out of your body. Again, the new customer I was talking to today, he talked about how many times he's lost weight, but he'll gain it right back. I said, first of all, quit calling it loss and call it release, donate. We don't want to find it. And he laughed at that a little bit, but he said, and I explained how this gets rid of those toxins, which reduces and eliminates that rebound effect. And he was really excited to try this. He's already heard of intermittent fasting. That's become a very catchphrase. Everybody heard of it now, but we're the ones who made that popular with this product right here, Cleanse for Life. This next one, I learned a little bit more this past week at Arizona about this one. And I just can't get enough of the science behind these products. And now Jim Coover, through a connection, the old USSR, and the training of their athletes and soldiers, found this product, the adaptogen, which reduces the effects of stress in our body. At night, you can take it. It helps you sleep. It literally adapts to what your body needs. So on the Cleanse or the Ionic Supreme, anything you want to share on these two products, Raphael?
If you're an athlete, if you're moving your body, you're an athlete. Let's just keep that nice and simple. You don't have to be in the gym every day or running track to call yourself an athlete. From a recovery standpoint, a lot of times people think about stress as like emotional stress or mental stress. Guys, it's physical stress too, right? So if you're an athlete, if you're moving your body on a daily basis and you want your muscles to recover faster, you should be putting adaptogens in your body, period, point blank.
Speaking of products to put in your body every day, this is my favorite product right here. It's Isagenesis. And I actually went up to the nutritional booth and I asked Sarah, the nutritionist, and I said, I know I believe in Isagenesis. It is literally, personally, myself, it's turned my hair color. Now you'll see in the picture, I've got my video on, it does not make my hair grow back, but the hair I have has turned back to its more natural color as to the gray that it was. I'm 58 years old, and people have asked me if I'm coloring my hair. I'm not. It has to do with Isagenesis. My eyesight, I know it's improving and getting better as I get older. That's crazy. I've had V. Shaw actually go to his eye doctor and get tests done where they showed improvement in his eyesight. Again, we're not claiming to heal or treat or cure anything, but we're just telling you this product here, when put in your body, it does some amazing things. One of the things it does, scientifically proven, is it will reduce the shrinking. It'll actually improve your telomeres. And telomeres is another word that's being out there now. It's become popular. We've been on top of this subject. We're always on the cutting edge. This product here will help you age youthfully from the inside is the way I like to approach it. And that's something I just won't be without. So let's go to this next one here. And Raphael, I'm going to let you take it away from here and just kind of share which of these products you use in your personal regimen as far as working out and staying in shape and why they're different from anything I know that's out there in the marketplace.
Chuck, I'm still looking at the energy screen.
Oh, why not quit sharing that? Here we go. That should get you
Oh,
in the right
okay.
spot. My bad.
I
Thank you.
figured that's what I figured you're talking about the performance stuff. So,
Thank you.
you said which ones do I use?
Yep.
All of them. I really do use all of them.
Me too.
Tri-release, the Nitro, BCA Plus, the Repair. I mean, you really cannot go wrong. From a tri-release standpoint, having that extended release, knowing that your protein is continuously digesting, and people, protein is important. We're looking at that's one of the building blocks of having sustainable muscle production, right? And so if we're producing more lean muscle, then you're burning more calories on a residual basis. I like residual income as much as I like residual calorie burn. Right? The Nitro, I was not a big pre-workout fan. I hated pre-workout, honestly. And when I was introduced to the pre-workout that we had, originally it was a power. I like the fact that we had a stimulant-free pre-workout. But the ease of use with the power made me want to try the Nitro, and knowing that there are no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners in any of it. Because most pre-workouts, you'll hear people say it all the time, I got to cycle on and off. Anything that your body has to cycle on and off of is probably not good for you. So I love the Nitro from a pre-workout standpoint. Had that this morning. BCAA Plus, love the BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. That's what the actual proteins are literally made of, right? So you got to have those when we're looking at the building blocks of the protein itself. That's more of intro workout. So like you could take those during your workout. Me, I still prefer to have mine after the workout. I actually have mine. I mix my BCAA Plus with my Repair. The Ant Repair, you might be asking what's the difference between the BCAA Plus and the Ant Repair. The Ant Repair has something called collagen peptides, right? So any exercises that are creating exercise-induced like muscle soreness or joint stiffness, right? Those collagen peptides are going to help with those. A lot of times you people say, oh man, I really don't want to go work out because I know tomorrow I'm not going to be able to move. Make sure you get in the Ant Repair, right? So you can jump back in there quicker and you can feel better about breaking down some more muscle again. But I like to put those things together. I mean, if you're going to do it, and if you want to maximize what your body is trying to do, put performance products in. I look at it like this. I try to tell people, I try to say it in a way that people can understand. Nutrition is the gas that makes the car go, right? Performance products are the engine treatment that extend either the life of the car and the mile per gallon, right? So if you want it to last even longer and you want it to perform at peak capacity, put performance products in. But you're on mute, Chuck.
Well, I'm glad you're here to help me tonight, Raphael.
You're fine.
I'm halfway through my bee. I'm getting pretty fired up here. The bee is one of my favorite products. It was actually the #1 product launch in Isagenix history. It has absolutely done amazing things, and it's a whole industry we're now tapping into. They just announced the new citrus sunrise flavor in Phoenix, and I had the opportunity to taste and try it. It's like different flavors just burst in your mouth. It's absolutely amazing. Gives you energy without any of the bad side effects of most energy drinks. It's such an easy product to market. And if you want to stick around after this normal presentation, I'm going to do some training. They actually have a new sample product that we can actually send these out as samples to people. Amazing energy drink here, full of nutrition. It's got your botanical energy, your adaptogens. So just an amazing all-around drink. It's good for you, and it's very low calorie. Let me go back to that screen real quick. If you get any questions about the product whatsoever, the best site I have found for that is isagenixhealth.net. As I mentioned in the disclaimer, you can get your specific questions answered about different products. With that being said, I want to kind of shift gears here and talk about the company and the opportunity. Now, you may have come to this call tonight or been watching this presentation solely for the product, and that's okay. Again, like I said earlier, 87, 90% of people, that's what they come to Isagenix for, and that's all they ever do. That's fine. But that 13% that want to get the products paid for, I want to address you right now. And then at the very end, we'll talk to those of you that want to maybe be more than just paying for your products and maybe make some money to pay some bills. So this company, as I mentioned in the beginning when I mentioned Kathy Cooper, is built on integrity, and it's built to impact world health. That was John Anderson's reason for wanting to start it. The company's vision is clear, and it's set up before us to accomplish as a team, to impact world health and free people from both physical and financial pain, and the process create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. It was kind of cool. I was in the UK when they were launched in the UK a few years ago, and I heard Eric Cooper express this vision this way before it was actually written this way, but he changed it, or his parents did, to that most respected health and wellness company in the world, and that's our goal as a company. So As far as the compensation plan goes, you're going to earn product introduction coupons if you're a customer. If you go into your back office and become an associate, there's a small $29 fee to go from being a free customer to an associate now. But as an associate, you're able to earn cash instead of just coupons. As an associate, your first order of business is to get a couple customers. Get a couple people to try the products. You want one on your right, one on your left. If you and those two customers do 100 BV each, you're going to become a consultant. And that's the building block of our compensation plan. If you become a consultant at any time in your career with Isagenix, you're going to get a $50 consultant rank advancement bonus. However, if you do it in your first 30 days, which is very easy to do, you're going to get an extra $100. They're going to triple it so that 50 becomes $150. That is just simply by getting two customers, one on your right side and one on your left side. I encourage you to get started, become an associate, and then become a consultant within your first few days. It shouldn't take 30 days if you're asking a few people if they want to enjoy these healthy products. And by the way, if you haven't been told, we're very proud of the fact that all of our products come with a 100% money back guarantee. Now, this next step is becoming a manager, and I've got specifically a crystal manager. A crystal manager just means you do this activity within your first 60 days of becoming an associate. This is the fundamental building block of the entire compensation plan, and the company put some new things in place, which I'll talk about in the training, which make it even better than it was before. A manager is simply you getting two customers. We call that sharing. And then those two getting two customers. So it's you share, they share. This simple activity right here, and they don't have to be one on the right, one on the left. It can be two right, two left, one each side like the picture shows. But any combination of two people that you personally enroll that get two customers each, one right, one left. If you do that in your first 60 days, you become what's called a crystal manager. You get a $250 extra bonus. Now, in this example right here with the new $100 crystal consultant bonus, you could earn up to $1,000 if your customers purchase a value pack and they both did it in the same week. Now, if they buy a bigger pack, you make a little more. If they buy a smaller pack or a la carte, you'd make less. But the bottom line is just simply by you share, they share. Forget the product introduction bonus for a minute. You share, they share alone is $450 if you do it within your first 60 days. Now, if you're watching this presentation, you've been around for a while, guess what? The company is so generous that if you're still right now a consultant or an associate or even a customer, you're eligible starting today to earn that crystal manager bonus again. And if you've reached executive, you're also eligible for this bonus. That's right. It's called a reset. We'll talk more about that in our training, but everybody watch this. Whether you've been in for a while or you're brand new, you're now eligible for this bonus. Unless, of course, you've earned this and not gone farther past this. Now, this is the part of the compensation plan that if you're really interested in making some serious money, this is it. This is residual income. I was talking to a financial planner today, and one of the things we were talking about was retirement income and residual income. And most people have no way to earn that. With Isagenix, by simply building two teams, you can create a very nice residual income. I'll give you a couple examples in just a minute. But two teams. Everybody you personally enroll, you're not limited to two people, but everybody you personally enroll is going to fall on your right team and your left team. You're going to get what's called spillover, most likely by people that were in Isagenix before you, that are above you in their tree, that fall, their new people fall below you. Now, that doesn't always happen. There's no guarantee it will, but in most of our cases, it does. And if it does, that volume counts for you too. What's really exciting to me is that as this team grows and people share with people and they share with people and they share with people down through an unlimited number of levels, you're getting credit for the volume that's created. And every time you reach a certain amount of volume on one side and a certain amount of volume on the other side, you get what's called a cycle bonus. This is very, very important. You want to give the person who invites you to them, draw it out, because it's really easy once you get it. When you're first hearing it, it's kind of confusing, but when you get it, it's easy. It's 300 volume on one side and 600 volume on the other side. That creates a cycle. A cycle is $54. Now, $54, you might not be getting overly excited, but what's cool about it is it pays down through infinity, but you can only earn up to 250 of those per week. That's a cap. They have to cap it in order to pay down through infinity. It's a great problem to have. 13,500 is what that caps out to per week. That's about 700,000 per year. It's quite a nice cap. So with that being said, I want to show you some slides that really speak to me. What is the value of a cycle? So as you're building these two teams and you're helping other people on your two teams build their teams, which in turn helps your team, the more people you help get what they want, you're going to get what you want. You've heard that's Zig Ziglar's famous saying. Just look down this chart here, and I've only got it to 100. Remember, the cap is 250, but I've got it to 100 here for a reason. This is what's going to meet most people's needs as far as earning an income to survive on, to live on, to retire on. And then if you look at the far right column, that's how much money you'd have to have in the bank generating 3% interest to generate that kind of residual income. You can see it's a significant amount, even at a low cycle level. So what I ask you to do is pick a bill in your house that you want to get rid of, whether it be the cable bill, a car note, a house payment, or all together, and look at how much you need to earn on an annual income or weekly basis to get rid of that bill. And then you simply work with the person who invites you, and you create a plan to cycle that many times per week to create that kind of residual income. This last slide here, I saw this in one of Jim Coover's presentations where he's talking about the compensation plan, and I absolutely love this. What are you worth? Depending on what your occupation is, you can see the number of cycles it takes to equal what you're earning in that particular occupation on average. I love this slide. It just shows you that with Isagenix, this is just one of the many ways of earning income, but it's the one I like most because it is residual, because people are going to eat Isagenix food over and over and over again, and you therefore are going to create volume over and over again and get paid. So the choice is yours. As we wrap up this presentation, get ready to go into a little training about what got covered at NYKO. I want you to know that you are exactly in life where you've chosen to be or where you've allowed others to choose for you to be. You have the power of what you think to create. You have the power with an incredible compensation plan, incredible team, and this phenomenal opportunity here to be where you want to be in the near future and the rest of your life. You have an opportunity to impact the lives of other people here. Whatever you can envision, you can achieve here with Isagenix. And so I ask you, if not this, then what? And if not now, when? I promise you, there'll never be a better time to get started than today, the first day of the reset for 2020, as we go into a decade of prosperity and growth with Isagenix. So with that, we're going to wrap up our normal presentation. Raphael, thank you. And we're going to shift gears and go right into a training. If you're a guest on our call today, don't feel any obligation to stick around. Get back with the person who invited you. Get your account set up and let them know what you want to achieve, whether it be all physical or physical and financial. We're here to help you. You're welcome to stay if you want, though. With that being said, during the presentation at NYKO in Phoenix this past few days, at the very end, they put up this slide. I took a picture of it with my camera, and I wanted to use it in my presentation because these three sites right here recap almost everything that was covered at NYKO. So if you know how to do a screen shot on your phone or your computer, just these three sites right here are very, very important. And I'm going to be covering them in a little bit of detail here as I go through some slides. I will open up to questions at the end. Feel free to interrupt me if you were at NYKO and there's something of importance you want me to share on a particular slide. But here's what I want to do. I want to start. Let's go back a slide. These are the three sites they recommended that you visit. This is kind of a recap at the end of NYKO. And so that first one there, isagenixbusiness.com, that's where I'm going. isagenixbusiness.com. And it's got a button. It says start here. And so you want to click on start here. And the first thing it talks about is how to say, share, do. So it's kind of like you share, they share. And it kind of walks you through step by step how to do that. Then underneath that, it's got two links, two very important links. The first one is view new member resources. It's a great place for your new person to go. So when you're getting a new person started, if you're a new person watching this presentation, this is a great place to get started. isagenixbusiness.com, start here tab, and then scroll down. Once you've clicked on start here, scroll down underneath the you share, they share example. At the very bottom, you'll see these two links, view new member resources, and the best one of all, IsaLife Success Plan. Now, if you were at NYKO, they gave you one of these books. It's a 90-day plan. It is the IsaLife Success Plan that you can print off on your own computer. So it's right there for you. Let's go down a little bit. The next tab on isagenixbusiness.com is training, and they've got training by rank. Now, the training that Herb and Patty Cepeda need versus the training you need as a brand new associate are really quite different. They're at different ends of the spectrum as far as experience and knowledge. And so Isagenix has broken it down by rank. There's specific training to help you get to the next rank. And so there's really a pathway for you to succeed in this business. When you're getting started, you don't need to know everything. You just need to know how to get to that next step. And that's what the training tab will do. Rank by rank, it'll take you step by step through the training right there. Another thing, under isagenixbusiness.com, if you put your mouse over the word resources, you'll see all these different resources that are available at your clicking privilege there. It's amazing. Look at that. You get amazing information there. And so as a brand new person, take a little time, go to isagenixbusiness.com, go to start here, scroll down to the bottom and print out the ISA success plan, IsaLife success plan. Print that out. Keep it right there on your desk. That's going to be your manual, your resource to build your business. It's got your planner. It's got everything you need. It's right there. They've done a wonderful job preparing you. Under the resources tab, if you put your mouse over the resources, all these will drop down and you'll have access to all that. The next one is when you actually click on that word resources. So if you're looking on the screen, you'll see in the middle there it says resources right next to new tools. If you click on resources, this is what comes up. And so they've got the new BIA, they've got the new manager pool, which we're going to talk about here in just a minute. They've got how to explain the new products. There's all kinds of stuff here on the resources for brand new people right there at your fingertips. You just click on resources and this screen will show up. The next slide, this is brand new. This was introduced at NYKO, and it is the Manager Leadership Bonus Pool. Now, from the isagenixbusiness.com site, when you click on that link down there, it'll take you to this page. And so let me just show you. Let me get out of my presentation and into this. This is what you're going to see when you click on the link for the new Manager Leadership Bonus Pool. This is one of the most exciting things they shared because this is going to give the incentive your people need to get the manager. If they can get the manager, they can get all the way to the top of the pay plan. Manager is the key cornerstone rank in this compensation plan. And so if you can become a manager and you can teach your people to become managers, you can go all the way to the top and you can really pick your income. It's just a matter of how many people you help become manager will determine how far you go in this compensation plan. And so I'm not going to go through the details. I just want you to see where to get the details. It's right here, spelled out for you. Now they follow the Leader in Action formula for all their bonuses now. And so the Leadership in Action is basically set up with the steps to help you build your business. And so it's right here, all spelled out for you. Give the person that invited you to go through this with you and help you put your game plan together. But this is the key. Now, when you become a manager, as a brand new manager, starting today, you're going to be eligible for this pool. I think it's for the first 3 months. You can read the details yourself, but I think you're in here for 3 months, and then they expect you to rank advance to the next rank in the next pool. But the manager pool, the company's putting $75,000 in there, and then everybody who qualifies to be in the pool, and you'll see the qualifications there, you qualify to be in the pool, and you all share equally based on your percentage of shares. How do you earn shares? By doing the Leader in Action formula, and it's all right there for you. It's a little confusing at first, but trust me, all you want to do is give the person who invites you and learn how to become a manager, keep enrolling people, and keep helping your people rank advance, and you'll continue to grow, and you'll continue to get shares in a leadership bonus pool. I'll just give you a personal example. When I got started, this just started today, so obviously this particular pool is not available, but the director and the executive director bonus pools were available. The first month I got in the business, I became an executive. And the second month in the business, I got this leadership bonus pool, and I think it was $3,900 at the time. Now, I had earned a lot of shares because we grew really fast out of the box. And not everyone makes that much, but you can earn up to, I think, $5,000. It's either $3,000 or $5,000. Again, the print's a little fine here, but you can read it and find out it's either $3,000 or $5,000. It's a huge bonus pool, and you earn shares in this by doing what you want to do to build your business anyway. So let me go back to the presentation. Okay, let me go back one screen. So remember, to get where we were, you go to isagenixbusiness.com, you click on resources, and then right there, you're going to see in the middle of your screen there where it says Isagenix $75,000 Manager Leadership Bonus Pool. You click where it says Manager Leadership Pool. You click on that, and it'll take you right to that page where I just pulled up. It's actually a PDF where you can print it out and have it at your disposal. All right, so to me, I would say this was probably the most exciting thing at NYKO, because if you can learn to earn this leadership bonus pool yourself and then teach others how to get into this pool, they just do a lot of money up front for a very easy level to achieve. It's you share, they share. So it's not difficult to achieve. The next tab under isagenixbusiness.com is business promotions. This company, I've been with a bunch of companies in my career. I'm not proud of that. I just never until this one did I pick the right one. That's all I can tell you. But I did get a lot of experience through that, and I can help share that experience with people that maybe this is your first rodeo. You found the best with Isagenix. Look at the list of promotions going on right now. Now, to make it nice and equal, I didn't even put the bottom one there. There's actually one below this. Look at all those promotions. Executive lifestyle bonus. We're going to talk about that in a minute. The crystal reset. We talked a little bit about that. The manager leadership pool. We were just talking about that. These are all promotions to incentivize us to do what we need to do to build our business for the long-term residual income. It's absolutely amazing what this company's put together. So let's go live to 3 of these promotions that really are just absolutely phenomenal. So to do that, we'll go back to the live website. Here's isagenixbusiness.com/promotions. So again, I was in isagenixbusiness.com. I clicked on promotions. It brought me here. And then from here, I can click on each one of these to get the details. So the first one I want to show you is this executive lifestyle bonus. I'm not going to go into all the detail. I mean, we had a whole weekend to go through all this stuff. So in 30 minutes, I'm just giving you a high level so you can learn where to go dig in a little deeper. And at the very end of this training, I'm going to tell you how to really, the core things you need to worry about to make this thing all happen. You want to have your long-term goal set for executive. If you're not a current executive, you want to get back there or get there as fast as possible. The reset starts today. So if it's your first time going through the ranks, you're going to be earning these bonuses along the way. If you've already been there and you drop back maybe, you're not going to earn the bonuses till you get back to executive if you were an executive. But this is very, very important that you get to executive and then stay there. In fact, one of the speakers in my notes, it says, go executive, grow executives, and stay executive. This executive lifestyle bonus, some companies will call it a car bonus. They got all different names, but we call this an executive lifestyle bonus because once you reach executive, if you stay there that next month, they're going to give you a $750 bonus for staying at executive. If you stay there the next month, you're going to get a $750 bonus for staying there that next month. The third month of concession, they're going to give you an extra $250, so it's going to be $1,000, and then it's going to go back the 4th month to $750, the fifth month $750, and then the 6 months $1,000. So it's just going to keep rotating through that as long as you stay qualified as an executive. So this is all new money. They used to have an executive leadership bonus pool, like I was kind of explaining with a manager pool. They've done away with that, and they've added this executive lifestyle bonus. And having been an executive for most of the past 3 years, I can tell you, this is just money in your bank account. You've got to do the work. It's not easy, but it's simple. Simple because you're just going to learn the system and do it over and over until you find the right people that will go manager. You got to find some managers. Really got to find consultants, but you want to be looking for managers because they're going to stick around. That's how you maintain. And so this right here, they've basically given you a $10,000 raise on doing the same work you should have done anyway, be able to secure business. It's absolutely amazing. So this is called the Executive Lifestyle Bonus. Again, I'm just showing you where to find the information. You can read about it, get back with the person that is coaching you, get upline far enough to where they know what this is about. If the person enrolled you is brand new like you are, they're not going to understand this, but I'm telling you, all this means is you want to get to executive. And at the end of the presentation, I'm going to show you what that means, but you want to get to executive and stay there. That's all this means, and they're going to reward you handsomely for doing that. The next one is a crystal reset. Again, they've got a link. Let's show you. You go back to promotions, crystal reset. You click on this link, and it's going to take you right to this page, and it's going to explain in detail the deadlines, the qualifications, what you have to do. It's all here. You just got to read it a couple times. It'll make sense. It's not really difficult. And again, if you got any questions, get with somebody upline who understands, and it'll help you. They want you to go for this. They want to help you achieve this. The next one over. This is one of the other promotions. Let me go back here. The ISA Rally. The reason I wanted to talk about this tonight, it's been around for a little while, since January 2nd, I believe. But the deadline to register is coming up. It's this Sunday, I think, February 2nd is the deadline to get your team together for the ISA rally. So again, I'm just showing you where this stuff is so you can get with a person and get it done. You go to your isagenixbusiness.com under promotions. It's also in your back office under promotions and contests. It's in either place, but you click on this big one here. It says ISA Rally Celebration 2020. It's going to bring up these details, and it's going to tell you what you need to know, how to register your team. You've got until February 2nd to put your team together. It tells you how to earn points. And then the top teams and the top individuals win prizes. It's an amazing, great contest that the company's got going on. If you're not on an ISA Rally team, again, give us somebody upline, somebody on your team, someone before you, one of your leaders, and find out how you get on a team. And then they'll help you get on a team. It doesn't have to be your personal enrollment. They can be cross-line. You just want to get on a team. Find, Patty Cepeda calls it a triad. This is actually a double triad because there's 6 people on this team, and you're working together. You're encouraging each other. It's amazing. Let's go back to our PowerPoint. All right, if you remember the slide that I took a picture of at the event, these 3 sites, we've just now finished covering the isagenixbusiness.com site pretty thoroughly. There's a couple things I glossed over there, like recognition, but I covered it pretty good for you. isagenixbusiness.com, all that information I just covered is right there for you. The next site they recommended is isatools.com. The link to that's right here. And then the third one is isagenix.com/guide. Again, you can do a screenshot here if you'd like and go back to these 2 sites at your convenience, but let me take you there real quick. This is the ISA Sales Tools. Had a new customer just last week that wanted the product catalog. Here's where you get the product catalog. Business cards. I've run out of business cards again. We got to order more business cards. Some tools down here you might want to take advantage of. So anyway, I'm just showing you this. It's one of the sites they recommend you become familiar with. Okay, that's the ISA Sales Tools. It's one of the 3 sites that they recommended at the very end that we kind of recapped on. The last one was the isagenix.com/guide. And this is the ultimate guide to healthy weight loss. Now, you should have received a link from corporate with your own unique link to this site, to where when somebody goes to this site, they're tied to you. This is the generic corporate site that I'm on, but you should have gotten a link from Isagenix with your unique username in that link, to where when you send this to a potential customer, it helps them take a quiz and helps them decide what they want to do as far as a solution for them. Now, I recommend you go through this with your potential customer and help them with a solution. I'm not going to get into recommended carts tonight, but if you know how to do a recommended cart, I thoroughly believe in sending a recommended cart to new people. It gets them using the IsaLife app, but it also teaches them an easy way that they can duplicate the business. If it doesn't duplicate, you don't want to be doing it. Okay, so those are the 3 main sites that they had us go to. Let's go back to our presentation. My daughter told me to make sure I cover these 2 topics with you. I do believe that the new manager leadership pool is my favorite thing from the whole NYKO. There's so many great things, but that was probably my favorite. But man, it couldn't have been far behind this one right here, and this is the new IsaLife app. They've revised the IsaLife app. It's even better than it was. And again, I'm not going to go into a lot of details. If you go to page 58 of your IsaLife Success Plan, that's where I got this picture right here. And so just go to IsaLife Success Plan, go to page 58, and you'll be able to read about the new and improved IsaLife app. It's simple as going to your Google Play Store and installing the app. It's simple to use. When your customers use the IsaLife app, your retention goes up, your order average size goes up. It's just, there's nothing bad about this app. You want to get yourself and your people using the IsaLife app. The next app was the old ISA Tools app. It's now called the ISA Business app. And this app, again, is absolutely incredible. There's both a free and a pro version. The pro version's like $14.95 a month. It is worth every penny of that. You could add a decimal point to be worth it. But at $14.95, it's an absolute steal what the company's giving you. There is a free version too, which is very important because now your brand new associate is going to be able to use the basic tools of the used to be ISA tools. Now it is the ISA Business app. Same thing. They're just calling it ISA Business app. And again, it's enhanced. It's better. It's got an ability for you on the pro version to send samples out to where you can actually send samples to your prospects. You can send them 2 beers. You can send them one of this flavor and one of the citrus. You can also send them a birthday cake shake, and it's all done by the company at a very, very low cost. So again, we've covered a lot of material. They covered a lot of material at NYKO. I just kind of try to give you a quick overview of some of the highlights. But now I want to recap it for you. Focus on going manager. No matter where you are in the business, if you're a ISA millionaire at the top like a Carol Tonkin, or if you're just getting started like a bunch of new people on our team, you want to focus on becoming a manager. Get with the person who invites you, put together a game plan, and become a manager. If you are a customer, an associate, or a consultant, that's your rank as of yesterday, you are eligible for the Crystal Reset bonus that started today. So you've got 60 days to become a manager to earn the $250 Crystal Manager Reset bonus. If you're brand new today, you obviously have 60 days because all new people have 60 days. If you come in tomorrow, you got 60 days. But for all of us that were in before, if you were an associate or a customer or a consultant, you are eligible for this reset bonus. Now, if you've already been a manager in the past, you're not eligible to earn the reset bonus at this time. But you still want to go manager as quickly as possible. If you're new, this is not applied to the reset, but if you're new and this is your first time to hit manager, you're going to have an opportunity to be in the manager leadership bonus pool. Now, I need to do a little more research on that, but I think you have to be new to that. I don't think that applies to reset, but I'll do a little research on that and get back to you on our next call. But I know if you're new, that leadership, the manager leadership bonus pool is the hottest new thing of everything I saw at NYKO. So recapping, what you want to do, brand new, or if you've been in the business for a while, get together with the person that's coaching you in the business and put together a game plan to go manager as fast as possible. As you're doing that, get out the map to Crystal Executive. It's on page 58 of the IsaLife Success Plan. Get with the person that's working with you and put together your game plan to get to executive. Every single person listening to my voice needs to put together a game plan to go executive. With the Crystal Reset, most of you are going to be eligible to earn the rank advancement bonuses all the way through. Depending on your rank, you may not be able to get one of the first ones if you're already that rank, but most of you are going to be eligible to earn all these bonuses. So now is the time to get serious about your business, get that Crystal Executive roadmap out, and get with the person who's coaching you and put together a game plan to get there. Now, it all starts with getting new customers, transitioning them to associates. There's a small fee for that. It's going to cost them $29 if they're on auto-ship, $39 if they're not. That makes them an associate. So let me repeat, this is something brand new. As of today, all customers come in with no membership fee. They can order a single product. There's no membership fee. When you're sent up the recommended card and you send it to them, there's no membership fee to become a customer. The only people that pay a membership fee are people that want to upgrade to an associate. When you upgrade in your back office to become an associate, you pay the small fee, and it's not a membership fee anymore, so it must be an associate fee. I'm not sure what they're calling it, but the small fee applies when you become an associate. And then there's another small fee if you want to build an international business. That's $49 a year if you want to build an international business. So very, very small cost to be on the business side of things, and you get so much in the way of promotions and tools and compensation plan. It's an amazing, amazing opportunity. But I want you to get with the person who invites you and get that roadmap Crystal Executive out, and let's make that happen. Okay, I'm going to open up for questions and drink my beer. If there's any questions, fire away.
That's actually on page 47, Chuck, not 58.
Thank you. I'll change that. Thank you. Way to follow along, John. Anything else?
Not at the moment. You're doing fine. You got a couple of things there that I didn't even see.
You say it's 47?
Yes, sir. Page 47 right here in my book.
Okay, thanks. Okay, someone's got a comment. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ruthie.
Hi, Ruthie.
Hi there. A couple of questions. One is, what is the cost of the product if you're just a customer? Are you paying retail price?
Great question. No, customers come in, they get a 25% discount just like we do.
Okay.
But there's no membership fee anymore.
Yeah, okay. And the other question is, if I'm a director, which I am a director, but I only have three consultants. So do I have to go back and start over and get 6 consultants to be able to move up to the executive level?
You need a total of 5 current active consultants on your right team and 5 active on your left. They could be from the ones you already had before.
No, I mean, I'm not paid as a director. So my next level, I do have to get to executive, but I also have to become an active director. So like I have to get 3 more just to make myself an active director, a paid as director. When I say active, I mean a paid as director. And then at that point, all those 6 will count. And then I have to get 4 more to get to executive.
That's correct. You just got to make sure you have 5 on one side and 5 on the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions? Feel free.
Be sure and get your tickets to Celebration ASAP because we have a whole nother group of people coming on board.
I didn't mention that. I probably should have, but if you haven't heard, Isagenix did acquire another company called Zija. It's a fairly popular company. Been around about 15 years, I believe. And I think their sales were about 60 million last year, so it's a fairly big company. There's going to be a lot of them that are going to want to go to Salt Lake City to learn about Isagenix now that they've been acquired by us. So you need to get you and your team to get their celebration tickets before it's sold out. And that's not hype. That's the truth.
There were people there at the convention from the other company.
Any other questions? I know I covered a lot of information. I was really just trying to show you where to get the information, not necessarily explain in detail, but I've got a few more minutes to allocate it. So if you got any questions, I'll be glad to help you.
I have a question, Chuck. The Isagenix guide, associate check. Yeah. If you go back to that, I'm not familiar with, and I'm not understanding what that is. The one where there's the quiz that you help your new people. Okay. And then, yes, I'm gonna get that downloaded.
Okay.
That's brand new.
That is brand new. And what I'm looking at here is the IsaLife Success Plan. And that's a PDF you download from the business page, isagenixbusiness.com. From the front page where it says start, down the bottom, there's an IsaLife Success Plan. That's here. What you're talking about is that third website I talked to you about. Let me go to my presentation. I'll show you.
Got all the pretty picture on it.
Yeah, it's this one here, the Ultimate Guide to Healthy.
What is this briefly, and where do I find it again, please?
The company should have sent you an email with your unique link. This is the company link, but your link will actually have your username in there, just like your replicated site does. And this helps the prospective customer take a quiz to find out what solution will work best for them. It helps them, instead of you just sending them a recommended cart, this will help them walk through a questionnaire to figure out what they really want to do.
I see. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Again, I recommend you take this quiz with your customer, and then based on this, even still send them the recommended cart is what I'm doing.
Okay. Somewhere I was missing my replicated site. Is that because I'm still a customer and haven't activated my associate yet?
That would be the case. Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
I'm so lost. Okay. Well, that's probably tomorrow. I'm going to Patty's meeting and we're gonna get it started.
Awesome. Congratulations.
I did have someone show up to your meeting tonight, so that's very good.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Hey, Chuck.
Yes, sir, John.
Hey, Chuck, another thing we have, too, that they didn't post is we still have the 5-cycle bonus, that if somebody achieves 5 cycles in the calendar week, they hit $275 and the company matches $250. So we're still at $525, and they can max that out twice. So if they hit 5 cycles in 2 calendar weeks, they can bonus $1,050 on top of everything else too.
That's true. That didn't change though. I was trying to just hit the stuff that changed today, but yes, you're right. They did not eliminate that.
And another thing too is if somebody is paid as executive, then they can go through all the ranks from manager of 250, crystal director of 750, and executive again of 1,000. So they can max out another $2,000, building back to executive, like Chuck said, 5 on your left, 5 on your right, but 5 brand new consultants on your left and 5 brand new consultants on your right to run the rank back to executive again.
Yeah, and if that applies to you, you might want to get with someone in your upline because it's actually a little different than the way John just described it. You do have to have 5 active consultants on your right and 5 active consultants on your left to be an executive. But if you're doing it for a second time, they will actually allow you to put more than you could put. You could literally put all 10 on your focus, like if that works, keeping you active. But again, that's a little in the weeds there. But when you're doing it a second time, they do allow you to put them where you need them, as long as you have at least 5 on the right, 5 on the left. And I'm sorry, that's probably a little too deep.
Correct. But focusing on is if you are an associate or a consultant and you haven't reached the manager position, with the new manager bonus, the manager pools being there that were never there before, it's huge because you can max out $3,000 in 3 months in a row. So that's something to really, really focus on. If you are, associate or paid as consultant and you haven't reached that manager position, you definitely want to get to that manager position and max out that $3,000 bonus in 3 months.
Yeah, of all the new things I heard at NYKO, that was the one I was most excited about because I know what that's going to do for our businesses. Because when you get people focused on going manager quickly, it's going to cause an amazing ripple effect. It's going to be amazing. People are going to be shocked at some of those bonuses in a good way. Any other questions before we wrap up? Get with the person who invites you. Make sure you get to the point where you understand what it means to go manager. And that should be every one of our goals. That's my goal to redo manager. It should be yours. Get to manager. That's the key. Once you do that, it's simply a matter of repeating that a couple times, and then you're a director. Repeat a couple more times, and you're an executive. It's really that simple. And I know it's not simple. It takes a lot of work to get to executive, but it's worth it. Mm-hmm. And they've made it very, very worth it. Mm-hmm. All right. If there's no more questions, I know CC's doing a call on Tuesday night. The Bruckers are doing one on Wednesday night. If you're in anywhere near Charlotte, you've got the Cepeda home meeting tomorrow night. There's plenty of opportunity to plug into. So get plugged in to the Cepeda team and come grow with us. God bless you all.
Great call, Chuck. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.